Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings, the one place on the internet where we talk about being happy, all things spiritual, and all things manifesting. Hi, I'm your host, Kelly Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel, medium, and law of attraction expert. And I love to come live Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I always start the show with a general channeled message from Spirit, so that way those of you who can't join live, you can still come back and hear a personal message in the beginning of the show. Good morning, Concha. And for those of you who are able to join live, I then dive into free mini reads for 30 minutes. Super chats, of course, do get priority. So if you're coming live, say hello. What's up, Concha? You get first for today. If you're catching the replay, also give me a comment. Just let me know you're watching. They mean the world to me. I love them. And it's way more fun for me the more engaged you guys are. So we'll give it just a little bit of time to let people come in, tune in before we get to the general channel message from Spirit. So how are you, Concha? I've been loving that guy's YouTube channel that you shared with me years ago, by the way. I've been like devouring his content this weekend. So thank you for that share. Oh, I don't remember his YouTube channel off the top of my head. I'll figure that out later. Antoinette made it. What's up, Antoinette? How are you? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Last night I passed a new level of flying in my dreams. Very exciting. Oh, interesting. What do you mean new level of flying? All right, let's get to the general message from Spirit. Letting go is the process of balancing the emotions, identifying emotions, processing them, releasing them, as well as bringing your focus to the new things that you want to do. It's a scale, not quite a scale, but it's a little bit of a back and forth. At some point, you'll just be focused on the new. But what we want to share is that it's okay to be like this. If you catch yourself reminiscing about the past, thinking about the past, processing emotions around the past, that's okay too. Recognize that there's a part of you that relishes either thinking about fond memories of the past. That was such a delightful memory and a good time. And that is a good way to spend your time, thinking of things that were good times. And they're also, depending on every person, some of you might just going, this is how I felt, this is how I felt, this is how I felt. And that's okay to spend your time that way too, as long as you acknowledge, I do like identifying how I felt in my emotions. I do like putting a name to every emotion I felt about that whole experience. Because then you're at least owning who you are, you're owning where you're at, you're making peace with where you're at, which means you're at vibration number 7 on the emotional guidance list, which is contentment, which is in alignment. So if you're thinking of something from the past that's maybe low vibe, maybe neutral vibes, and you're just spending time identifying it and getting that bit of relief, this is a satisfying way to spend time. I do like acknowledging how I felt. I like acknowledging myself. Do you see how all of that's in alignment? And it's also okay to sometimes go, okay, well, what's the new thing that I want to get involved in? What's something fun for me to do? And just be okay that for a while it might be like this. Why didn't I study it when I was younger? Well, hey, I gotta put my bootstraps on and go forth and do it. It's about being okay with that balance, that not quite a wobble, but that in between phases. It's okay to sometimes be looking back and sometimes be looking forward. At some point, you're going to make a choice. Be in a sense of appreciation that it's all coming into alignment as you deliberately figuring out exactly what you want to co-create next. Ooh, good message. That's going to be the title of the show. What do you guys think of that one? I like that today's wasn't as super emotional as last week's were. You can hover now. That's great. Feeling all the feels. It's my last week at my job. Oh wow, last week. Whew, that. Oh, that's why they're giving the message of the wobble. Self-soothing, regulating, meditating a lot more this week and next. I know I'm going to be okay. It's a big change, yeah. And you've been applying for jobs, right? Hugs, Antoinette. Thank you. I definitely feel this on here. Hello there. Hey, Russell. How are you? Welcome to High Vibe Mornings. I do the show Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I start the show with a general channeled message from Spirit. And then I dive into free mini reads with super chats, of course, getting priority. And here's the free meditation to meet your spirit guide. Oops. Oh, okay, good. Okay, so Antoinette, this is good. This is interesting, but I'm getting that I should read for Concha first and then you. So I'm assuming that something in her read's going to help relax you or soothe you a little bit more. I love to hear it sounds like they have a particular message. I think you're supposed to ask the question, Concha. Yeah, yes. Tell us what it is you'd like to know more about. It sounds like it feels like it has to do with real estate. What's your question on real estate in that area of your life? I'm coming to peace with focus on real estate. I want to finish these last two classes and then love come in. Oh, I see why she has to go first, Antoinette. Making peace with where you're at. I actually have a question. Do you have a different question than that? Okay. I'll wait. Welcome everyone who's new. This is High Vibe Mornings. I start the show with a general channel message from Spirit and then move into free mini reads for 30 minutes. Super chats, of course, do get priority. If you'd like to meet your own spirit guide, I put together free meditation at kellylunt.com/free gifts. You can check that out. And right now, the order of reads is Concha and then Antoinette. But of course, super chats do get priority if you're looking for a reading. We're just waiting to see. It's the love, right? That's cool. Username 606. I had a student who has a 1.7 million house they want to sell, and I wanted to converse with me. It's listed and will expire with the current realtor soon. So I wonder if there's a role I will play in her home. Okay, Spirit. So you hearing what Concha needs. She's coming to peace with focusing on real estate, but then after that, she would like love to come in. She also just got a brand new opportunity. What does she need to hear? The house is an opportunity for you. They would want to see a little bit more eagerness, enthusiasm to be their realtor. Oh, I'd love to list it. I'd love to share about it on social media. I would love to help you find your buyer. If you could view it as a, oh, cool, I'll get a learning opportunity for how to post it, how to get people to share it, how to, manage the MLS listing. If you can get that excitement of what a cool opportunity, if I get to be the one to help them sell that house, I would love to do that. I would love to be able to do that. But there needs to be a little bit more initiative on your end. It's not just going to fall into your lap. That's what a lot of this real estate journey is about for you. And this is the part that you need to hear, Antoinette. A lot of this real estate journey for you, Conch, is about you stepping up more and having a little bit more leadership in your life, having a little bit more deliberate control and focus, not just sitting back and enjoying basking on amazing good things coming to you. Not quite masculine energy, but a little bit more deliberate focus and control. You know what? I will do this. This is how right now I'm intentionally focusing on discovering all the ways I can be a realtor and a broker. And I'm gonna discover all the ways until I find the way that I want to do it, and then I will run it that way. Do you see how this is about you deliberately waking up a bit to take more control of your life and pointing it, like becoming the captain of your own ship? I hear you, it's true. I do want to have more of that energy. I know exactly what you're saying. Um, okay, good. Any more for Concha? No, she needed to hear what she needed to hear. She heard what she needed to hear. And Antoinette, there's a little bit in that for you. Nice, Concha. Antoinette, the part in there is that there needs to be a little bit more deliberate of your focus on the new job. It's kind of like okay, well, where's this miraculous job, universe, that's gonna, fall into my lap, that's gonna make me vibrational alignment for the man? Where is it, universe? And let me hear your comments on that, Antoinette, before I keep going. Where'd Antoinette go? My focus has been my daily practice and apply for the jobs. I guess I have put much focus. I'm not really sure I've been doing what I need to do. So you've been doing the things. It sounds like it's more like an energy thing right now. Okay, I will find a new job. I will allow myself to process the emotions of this chapter of my life coming to an end. I really want to enjoy this last week, universe. Help me connect with the people I need to connect with. Help me really see how beautiful it was to spend that much of my life there at that company and that much time there. Really help me enjoy this last week here and help soothe my emotion. I'm manifesting feeling as soothed as possible as I then deliberately enjoy the stay-at-home mom life. Thank you for the severance. Thank you for unemployment and this other income. Thank you for this comforting feeling. And I am intentionally focusing on manifesting in an awesome job that will allow me to come into greater vibrational alignment for who I want to be and meeting the man of my dreams and having more time at home, a softer feeling in my body. That is the path I'm on. It's a deliberate focus on, okay, I'm applying for jobs. This is what I'm doing for an hour. A little bit of that too, but also a little bit more intentionality just overall in your life. I'm just overwhelmed. This is a lot. Yeah, this week is going to be a lot for you for sure. So I do think it's soothe my emotions, process the winding down of this position, and for this hour, I'm applying for jobs. I'm trusting that my inner being has brought me into enough alignment to be applying for jobs that I would like, that would pay me what I'd like to be paid. I have a default vibration, a default expectation to always be employed. I've always been employed. For whatever reason, I manifested a couple week stay at home momming experience. So let me enjoy that as best as I can. And I'm manifesting in a job that's going to allow me to come in vibrational alignment for enjoying the next beautiful chapter of my life. The next beautiful chapter of my life. So it's really about Antoinette, it's really about pre-paving. It's really about pre-paving. The next chapter of my life is, I do want that softness and smoothness in my life. I want to be able to have just a tiny bit more whimsical nature in my life. I really want to soften in my body. So whatever position I get, it's just going to allow me to feel softer in my body, have more time on my hands to connect with the live, have more time in my hands to go on dates. I'd like a more convenient commute to work as well as getting my daughter to school. I'd like that. I'd like to be connecting with coworkers where it feels like soft and fun. There hasn't been much pre-paving on your end. That's what we're talking about, Antoinette. It's more, your energy is more like a, well, okay, universe, where's this job that's going to get me into alignment for my husband? Where is it? You did this to me, universe. Do you see how that's kind of where your energy's at right now? And that's why you feel overwhelmed. It's like, you did this to me, universe. You're putting me in this pickle of a spot. I'm scared if I'm not doing enough, like I'm doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong, Antoinette. The only thing we need from you is for you to pre-pave a little bit more for how you'd like to feel in your next position and company. Because right now, your vibrations haven't changed that much from your previous place. You're just going to manifest in a similar job. All we need you're doing the action, and just relax your body as much as you can as these emotions ride through you. Pre-pave a little bit. I'd like to feel softer in my body. So, okay, inner being, help me feel as soft as I can for the next 30 seconds. Manifesting is about emotions and holding the emotional state first. So since I'm manifesting feeling softer in my body, help guide me to feel softer in my body for the next 30 seconds. Since I'm manifesting something that's going to help me bring in my life partner, for the next 30 seconds, show me what it feels like to be with my life partner. I know I'd like to look forward to go to work. I would like an environment. My last position was a little bit of a, cool, that's all you want me to do? I could clock in, clock out, do that. It's easy enough. I could handle this. It's complex enough. I could get paid a little bit more. Sweet, that's all you want and I can get paid for this. That was great, universe. I liked that. And I'd like to look forward to going to work. I want a little bit of fun, a little bit of a Ooh, goody. This is the project I get to work on today. Do you see how you want that, Antoinette? So this is more about that little anxiety feeling is that there just hasn't been taken time for you to identify, oh, this is what I do want. I do want a little bit more fun projects to work on. I kind of liked it when I got taken off of my team at the last one and I got to work on some projects on a different one. I need a little bit more variety at the next place I work at. That's what would make me happier. A lot of this is about you tuning into what would make you happier at your next place. And they're asking, do you see? Oh, sweet, Concha. Prepave, I'll do that. And what I want. Yes, I do. Wow. It's okay to be feeling panic, Antoinette. It's okay to be feeling that, you know? It's like okay to be like, and this is, you know, and the course that you took with me, Becoming Who You Really Are, this is where you're gonna relax all the muscles in your body and go, of course I feel this way. And take that third person point of view to your emotions. So this is what it feels like to feel happy I manifested this, and also stress that I manifested this, and also a little worry for the future, but also like a little giddy, excited eagerness that like I know it's going to get good. My life has always gotten better and better. So, and like I've gotten more clarity, I've gotten better boundaries, I've gotten better at emotional management. So I know it's going to be better, but whoa, this is what all of this feels like. I don't know if I was prepared. A lot of this is de escalating Rampage. I don't know if I was prepared to let go of this comfort. This must be what a little baby bird feels like when mom's saying, I'm going to kick you out of the nest. Whoa, why did I kick myself out of the nest? Why did I leave this comfy, cozy place? Why did I manifest this? It's okay for me to be this place of doubt around why I manifested this, because dang it, this was a good place. It was a good job. It was easy. I just had to clock in and clock out. It gave me so much. Why didn't I appreciate it more? Why did I want more? Ugh, I feel a little mad at myself. A lot of this, I don't know if it's actually panicked and scared. I think it's you're just not accurately labeling the emotions. Because how does it feel what I'm saying? I'm actually a little mad at myself for not appreciating the good thing I had and just writing it out. All I needed was a new man. Why did I have to go and manifest a couple, 2, 3 weeks of what stay-at-home wife looks like? I could have figured this out with my person. I could have met him at my old job and gone through the becoming the next version of me with him. I think I'm just mad at myself for thinking I needed to become a new version of me before I met him. I think I'm just a little mad at myself that I didn't realize that I'm lovable right now as I am, and that I could have gone through this journey with someone in my life. It's also a lot in my personal life. It's all coming up now. What's going on in your personal life? Yes, I am mad. I keep doing this alone. Yeah. I feel a little angry and frustrated at myself that I manifested this because I think I was intentionally trying to feel this really low vibration so that I could suffer enough so that I could then line up to make the decision of having a life partner in. Ooh, these are some brutal truths, Antoinette, coming out. Wow, you're getting a, whew. My grandmother's husband passed, and my grandmother's health is declining fast since we told her. Wow. Is this the grandma I met? Oh, wait, she was single, so clearly the other one. um, I need to journal this. Um, Antoinette, hold on. Before you don't want to journal when you're in this state of, I don't think you're like panicked. I think you're like, how I would word it, manic overwhelm. Like you're overwhelmed with all these emotions. And like why I use the word manic, I might not be using it to the actual definition of the word, okay? All right, let me look it up real quick to see. Showing wild, uncontrolled excitement and energy. Um, okay, it's not. Yeah, it's uncontrolled energy. It's uncontrolled energy right now, Antoinette. That's what it is. It's more like this. Woo! I'm feeling all these things, and I feel overwhelmed. You're saying right now, I feel scared and panicked. I don't think you are, because I think you know that it's going to be okay. Okay. It's like this. I feel all these things. I don't know how, or I'm not taking the time to sit down and write about how I feel. I'm not taking the time to identify how I feel. I want to manically, I want to uncontrolled just, if I got to journal, I'm going to journal. No, you want to go, okay, what I'm feeling right now is overwhelmed. So what I want you to hear from the Antoinette is that you're not as low vibe as you think you are. Let me pull up the list. And I'm going to stay a little bit with you longer on the show. Oh, there's 4 minutes. Maybe I can get you there by the time. All these emotions are coming up fast and I'm not taking the time to feel it. So the emotions aren't coming up fast. There's a lot being thrown at me right now. There's a lot being thrown at me. So of course I feel overwhelmed, which is number 11, Antoinette. So you're not as low vibe as you think. Can you feel that reassurance from that? I knew I was manifesting this life change. Oh my God, I didn't realize it would also come when I was going to have a huge family upset too. Oh my God, one change is enough. And Antoinette, there's 7 core traumas in a person's life: moving, marriage, death of a family, new job. So you're going through 2 at once. So it's not this manic, uncontrolled energy. I just need to regulate. I clearly need to do it again. It didn't regulate. It's recognize it. I got a lot of excited energy in me. I got a lot of movement, a lot of excitement moving in my energy. It feels like I have too much energy in my body and I need to blow off some steam. See, we just identified that one emotion right there. And now that you're like, oh, what I need to do is like blow off some steam. I need to get some of this energy out of me. You know what? Okay, since it's Monday, I'm going to go ahead and do my job. And I'm definitely going to make sure to go to Zumba today because I got to get some of this energy out of me and I got to get some of it moving. I am going to set the intention that when I'm there, I'm not just going to be rushing through the moves, just trying to work out as hard as I can to get it out. Yeah, hold on. They're talking to me right now too, Antoinette. I'm not just going to like be rushing through and pounding my feet and jumping up as high as I can because I just got to get through this. I'm going to set the intention to like sink into my body so that I could feel the movement in my body, so that I can move with my body. It's not about going as fast as I can or trying to push through this. I'm moving through this transition anyway, so I want to be in my body, grounded. Antoinette, one thing about Kelly is when she lifts weights, she likes to lift weights without music in her ears. Some of the people there, especially guys, what are you going through something? Why aren't you listening to music? That's diabolical. How do you not listen to music? You're processing something, fighting some demons. And Kelly's just like, oh, no, I'm actually not. I don't want to disconnect and listen to the music, and end up lifting wrong or lifting with bad form. I lift weights because I like the feeling of feeling my body, of feeling the different muscles in my body and what they feel when I'm lifting at this heavy. Are you getting the be in your body as you move through this? That's what your soul is craving. That's what you're mad at. That softness you want in your body. It's when you're in your body. I see why my inner being told me to take Monday off today. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, so you don't even have to wait till later today to take Zumba. I think you just got to blow off a little bit of steam, get a little energy out of you, but do it in a way you're grounded and connected to your body. And just relax a little, Antoinette. The show's going to go a little bit over today. So I want to get you into a little bit of a better, grounded, connected place. I've never been through losing someone. My grandmother is a big part of my life. Oh, that's why I've been feeling disconnected to my body. Yeah. Okay, well then you could also just do an intentional walk, not as slow paced as me, Antoinette, but like I'm gonna feel this, you know? Or you could just do like an at home yoga video too, just something that's gonna get you in your body. All right, your energy already shifted. Okay, so and this is where we're doing a rampage to identify emotions and de-escalate emotions. Okay, I get it. I just feel overwhelmed. There's so many emotions within me that it's making me exude energy. So I do need to blow some steam off. So I do want something to kind of move the energy, sweat a little, just so I can get a little bit of it out. And I feel like that's going to help me sink into my body. I do want to be as connected to my body. And this is what we're talking about, Antoinette. This is about you. You and Contra both becoming more intentional. I do want something to blow off some steam and something that helps me ground in my body. I want to be connected to my body as I move through this. These emotions aren't scary, they're just emotions that I haven't felt before. And I will admit, I do feel a little more fragile now. All right. I do feel a little more fragile. Like, whoa, my grandma, and she was a big part of my life, is passing. I'm not ready to jump in and establish another deep connection as deep as my grandma was. Like, I wasn't ready for her to pass. I was supposed to just get into alignment of a softer body and a husband and a new job. She was supposed to meet him. And now, like, I don't have my rock anymore. I threw my river into the fast point. I threw my boat into the fast part of the river. And now I don't even have my emotional support rock anymore. Wow, no wonder why I feel overwhelmed. I do feel overwhelmed. Gosh, this is actually a little frustrating. This is frustrating to like have to process the death of this person, and I'm like going through this movement of the new job too. This sucks. I feel like I can't just focus on family because I gotta regulate, I gotta work out, I gotta make sure I'm doing high vibe shit so I could get the new job. It sucks that I can't just be putting my focus on family right now. This sucks. I hate that. I feel irritated that I have to split my energy now. I feel frustrated that I have to get so focused right now. So a lot of this is about frustration about that you have to focus, Antoinette. No, I remember that, Antoinette. Um, well, you did lose Grandpa, right? And you're also seeing her like get faltered by that news. Our grandpa in law, step grandpa, whatever. I don't know your association or relationship with him, but let's go back to your de-escalation rampage. Of course I feel frustrated and irritated. I'm irritated at myself that I didn't have the foresight to see that this was going to happen with my grandma, and I manifested this other big life change. I feel irritated that it feels like the universe is throwing all of this at me at once. I feel impatient. I'm impatient because I was doing this move to feel better, and now you're throwing this whammy of a rock at me. Somehow I'm now supposed to feel safer in my body, more at home, safer, more connected when like I'm losing a rock. A lot of this is going to be like grief processing too. Um, and you could look up the 5-7 stages of grief, because just because it will help you identify. I feel mad. I feel sad. I feel disbelief. I'm in denial that this is happening. Okay, I accept that it's happening. Well, no, actually now I'm mad again. Grandma, why are you leaving me? Like, it's normal to I see why they did the general message the way they did it. It's normal to like oscillate back and forth between emotions. It's not a linear process. I swear we're all going through the same things in different ways. It's so interesting. Yeah, we all are. And Antoinette, I'm there with you too, man. Like, I'm there with you too. I don't have someone actively passing away this very week or month, but like, whoa, all the people from the first third half of my life are gone, and I live in a state where I don't have biological family. It's a crazy feeling. It's her husband, but she's alone now, and I feel mad she's alone. Okay, so this is where that's the kind of journaling you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to like blow off some steam, get in your body, and you can do. Remember that that meditation, Antoinette. It's a 5 or 7 minute one where you grow roots down to the center of the earth. You have a copy of that meditation. So I would get in your blow off some steam, get in your body, because that's where you want to be, Antoinette. Like, I feel mad she's all alone. I feel mad. Like, how rude of him to die on her. He could have been chivalrous enough to die, to let her die first. I feel mad she's all alone, and that I also don't have the faculties right now to go spend more time with her because I have to be looking for a new job. And I've got to be a mom. Like, I'm a little mad that I don't have a life partner right now. I'm a little mad that I was more manifesting a feeling before I got the person, before I allowed the person in. Because if I had him here and I wasn't manifesting this life change, I could have just gone and been there with her. I'm actually mad that I can't be there with her right now. I feel mad he left her and I have to see her decline faster. Selfish of him. Yeah. See, these are just the kind of emotions that you want to be getting out. So that's the journaling. You get in your, blow off some steam, get in your body. And then I would encourage you to do that bilateral stimulation and get the journal. Like, I feel worried about her, how she can take care of herself. I'm actually really mad and disappointed that I can't go be there for her and take care of her. And this is just also overwhelming. This is like, this is a huge life change and I have to manage and process this while I'm also still supposed to be like high vibe to get my next new job. I feel frustrated and irritated that I don't know if I'm doing all the right things to get my next secure place of employment in. And I feel frustrated that I can't soothe my mind enough to like think clearly. It's okay that I feel this way. It is okay that I feel this way. That's number 7, contentment. It's okay for me to feel this way. It's okay for me to feel overwhelmed. I'm just going to appreciate that Kelly does this show. I actually, I'm proud and glad and appreciate that I dedicated time to show up to this show every day. So there's a sense of rapport, a sense of someone keeping a pulse and a tab on me as I go. I appreciate that Kelly does this show as often as she does, so I just get these light little tweaks. I'm really glad that I'm allowing myself to drop into my body just a tiny bit more right now and that I got my next couple steps. Blow off a little steam in a way where I'm connecting to my body, so I'm not just going to pound through a fast workout, but I'm going to be feeling and connecting my body as I move, and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to journal and let it out. And I'm really glad that Kelly pointed out that a lot of what I'm feeling is frustrated, irritated, overwhelmed, mad. Now I know where I'm at on the vibrational scale, so it will be easier for me to journal. And I'm proud of myself and glad that I know about the Gottman emotion wheel, so that I could pull it out and look at it and go, okay, I'm in the mad category. What's everything I feel mad about right now? I feel mad about this, mad about that. I'm appreciative that I found about the bilateral stimulation so that I can move all of this out of my body. I appreciate the person who put that on YouTube. I appreciate all the people who made the headphones to allow it to work properly. Oh, there we go, Antoinette. You're feeling better. So I've got my little bit of a plan for today, and it is just irritating to have to go through 2 big things at the same time. Universe, please just help me. Please be on my side. Help me feel as soothed and calmed as I move through this. I think there's just a part of me that feels pessimistic about finding a sparkly new shining job that's going to do this magical soft feel in my body and get my husband while I'm processing this low vibe stuff. Of course, I feel a little worried and stressed about getting in the right vibe for the job while I'm moving through something that's literally grief. And grief is down there at number 22. Okay, but I remember, number 1, you can manifest good things while feeling low vibe. Number 2, there are 2 distinct pillars of my life. I feel grief in the family area of my life, but I'm going to allow myself to hold a different vibration in the searching for a new job. It's okay for this one to be in grief. Duh, I'm in grief. I'm losing someone. I'm losing a rock. So of course I feel that way. Of course I'm going to be looking at those 5-7 stages of grief and moving through all those emotions. Like, that's normal and natural. It's part of my human experience. And it's okay for me to hold a different vibe when I'm in my job. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of worry, a little bit of wobble and woe there, but like, there's still a part of me that's kind of excited about what's this new job going to be. It's the next chapter for me, Liv, and my husband. whoa, I'm now starting to recognize that me getting this husband is a complete rebirth of me and who I am. Like this whole previous chapter of my life is like winding down. I wasn't prepared for all of it to wind down. I just thought one section of it was. It's now no longer just a section. It's like, whoa, the door to that chapter is over. I better start getting more intentional and focused in my life. I do feel a little irritated that I have to become more focused and intentional in my life. I get it. I'm winding down the chapter to my youthful youth days, and I'm winding up the chapter of being a responsible adult. Adults do have to be more focused, a little bit more deliberate. All right, I'm just a little irritated that I thought it was just about a flashy new job for someone to kiss every day. This is actually about me growing into adulthood, into womanhood, about being more intentional with my time and with my days. God, no wonder why I feel overwhelmed. I got those two big life changes, and I'm stepping into a new me at the same time. This is a lot. And cry about that. Like, I have to be an adult now? Like, what the fudge? I have to now be the one responsible for other people? I'm now the one setting the solid foundation for the younger generation? Oh, I hate that. And gosh, I hate that I hate it and I hate that I want it at the same time. I do want a man with a child so Liv has a sister or a brother. I do want another child in there because I want my kids to grow up with other kids and to have a family unit with them so that they have someone after I pass. I hate that I actually want this adulthood. Oh my God. I feel a little disappointed and worried that, like, can I do as good of a job as my grandma did? And crap, now she's declining and I'm not going to be able to call her and ask her for advice and help. What am I going to do? I feel overwhelmed at becoming as badass and awesome as my grandparents were for me in childhood. Thank you for going over and helping with this. I feel scared. For you feel scared for what? It's funny. I don't actually pick up fear in your emotions, Antoinette. I think it's overwhelm and a fear of not being able to identify all these emotions. But like Antoinette, like honestly, it just like you see all these little emotions I'm labeling for you in the different areas of your life. Like you got to be okay that this is not a like a I just got to get through this workout. I just got to sit down for an hour and apply. This is like a whoa, all these emotions came up at once and now I got to just unravel it. So it's more like a loose ball of yarn that's a little knotted and you're like, all right, let me soften it. Let me pull this one out. Oh, this is sad that she's dying and I won't be able to call her. Oh, this is a little frustration that like I'm not sure I could do as good of a job as grandma. Oh, this one's a little bit of like, why didn't I just get the man in first? Why didn't I do this when I was younger? Oh, I'm irritated I didn't do it when I was younger. Oh, this one I'm worried about Liv now has one person lesson to go to. Like that's how you got to think about it. And like it's okay if you want to unwind the ball for like an hour and then come back to it later, you know? Thank you. I feel cared for. Oh, I do care about you, Antoinette. I do care about you. I want to get you to like a little bit more of a calm mental state. But you know how to do this. You got the Gottman wheel. Actually, let me pull it up right now so I can make sure I can guide you. But you know that wheel, right, Antoinette? Oh, okay, you almost got a knot unhooked. Okay, let's see. Okay, mad. Do I feel hurt? I don't know if I feel hurt, but I do feel shocked. I feel very shocked that this is happening. Hostile. You know, I do feel a little hostility towards the universe. Why are you throwing this on me when I'm doing all the other stuff? I don't like the one I'm looking at right now. And don't remember, there's a couple different ones, Antoinette. There's a lot of different versions of it, so get one that you like. Um, wow, I don't like this one at all. Oh, okay, you are a little bit in the scare too. I feel scared because I feel a little rejected by my previous job. Like, what the heck? Why didn't you just place me in a new place? I feel a little rejected by society and men. Why haven't you just come in yet? I feel a little confused. Like, why is all of this happening at once? Of course, I feel overwhelmed. I just feel confused why this had to come up with all of it. I do feel a little helpless because I feel helpless about how to spend my time, how to split it up. I want to be there for grandma, but I also need to do this other stuff so that I get the new job. I do feel a little insecure right now. Am I doing all the right steps? And you know what? That's okay to feel that way. I can feel that way and still get a new job. I do feel completely bewildered about why the universe would throw all this on me at once. Okay, I get it. I'm like blaming the universe instead of the intentional change. And I am manifesting becoming a woman, which I guess that means that I get it. I just wish I manifested that while I was younger and I had the support of my adults. Yeah, man, there's a lot in there. Just know a lot of it's going to be like sad, mad, and scared. I'm feeling a little lonely. I don't like this wheel at all. This wheel sucks. I feel a little lonely. Who am I going to go to now? I just always thought I had more time with her and them. Wow. Okay, you got the Gottman wheel. Um, I think that will help with some of them. I think the law of attraction emotional guidance list is going to help a little bit more, though, to be honest. So let me go back to that. I feel mad. I keep trying to keep growing before the guy comes in. Like, I don't think I'm good enough now. Perfect. Now, okay, that was a little bit of an unhook. So now you can go, all right, I got my clarity, universe. I'm really setting the intention to be a vibrational match for my life partner because I am losing my grandparents and my parents. And I'm now awakening to the fact that calling in a life partner is about calling in someone that I'd like to be influenced by. This isn't just about fun, frolics, vacations, adult time. This is about someone that I'm letting in to influence me and cut me in their little hands like my grandparents and my parents did. That person's highly important now. Someone who's going to influence me and have my back as if they were my grandparents. So that means I'm intentionally manifesting feeling lovable, feeling good enough, feeling soft enough in my body now to call him in. Because having someone to hold my hand as I move through this would be incredibly nice. And I now allow that in. Whatever feelings need to be moved so this can come in, that's okay with me. I feel lonely. I don't have a friend to just talk to. That's why I hate that all of this is coming up all at once. I now recognize that relationships are more important and significant than I ever gave credit to. I didn't put enough time, energy, and effort into developing a friendship. I was so focused on the fun and the frolics. Let's go do this fun thing. Let's go do that fun thing. That I feel a little mad that I didn't sit down and get a little more intentional with my life. I would like to have someone right now to just be with me, to just talk to me. I just don't want to be alone. And I hate that I don't have someone to call right now. All right, I get it. I'm going to get more focused in my life. And I'm getting more focused to allow in love. Obviously, that means self-love, feeling lovable. That means people that when I focus on them, I want to love them. I now, I'm getting the new job. The new job is going to be what I had before, if not better. I am so open to it being better. Better coworkers, a little bit more fun of a place to go into. Like, if I could just wave a magic wand and make my last place a little bit better, I'd look forward to some of my projects so I'd get a little bit more variety, just a little bit, universe. I'd have a shorter commute. I'd have cooler coworkers, a little bit more of a friendly vibe there. I'd get introduced to new topics, new things to learn, new places to visit. there'd be some light touch friendship and companionship there, and God, it would be nice for a little more money too. That's not a requirement, but it would be nice. So that's already done. Universe, I'm now manifesting friendship, companionship, and my life partner. I'm accepting that life does have an expiration date for each of us, and I want to make the most of it now. And I recognize that what's going to make the most of it is if I have cool people to spend my time with. So help me focus in. I no longer need to be about the fritz and the fun and the glamour. Look at all these fun things we could do. I'm leaving that hope frustration loop. I'm no longer on that loop because I'm now going into optimism, positive expectation. That comes in when you have someone to like, oh yeah, my friend and I, we always do this vacation every year. I'm moving into that universe. So I get that I'm going to have to focus in a little bit, which means that I may not be able to go take off on a random Atlanta trip. I may not be able to go do this, but I'm focusing in because I now recognize that for me personally, having a best friend that I talk to every day, having a lover, my life partner that I talk to every day, that is worth giving up some of the fritz and the glimmer and that freedom of willingness, willy-nilly, whimsicalness. I'm going to let those vibrations wind down as I allow focus to come in for these relationships to come in. Okay, so that emotion, Antoinette, I want to enjoy him longer, have more memories. I would call that despair. And I get what you're feeling, okay? You don't need to worry about that because once he comes in, you are going to be at a place of, this was great, this was worth it. I feel whole and complete, and you're going to be so in the moment that you're not even going to like, it's just going to be more like I had a life before you. I liked it. I don't remember what it was. I don't want to go back to it. I love all these memories I'm making with you. So it's a little bit of despair because you're like, no, in 4 years from now, I'm not going to look back on enough memory banks together. Or no, when my husband and I are like really old and we're like, all right, it's time to go back to source, we're not going to have lived enough life to. No, 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 no. No, no, no. It's going to be just enough at just the right time. I'm going to be okay. This feels very rocky, shaky, and wobbly. This will smooth over. This will pass. And I get it. I'm just letting go of the fun and frolics and the freedom of more or less the single life, the youthful stage of my life. And I'm getting more focused and intentional. That means I am putting a priority on safety and security. I am starting to realize that I don't want to just spend money on random concerts. I do want to see my retirement and investment accounts growing. I do want to become a more attractive life partner to someone because I do want to, like, I'm going to focus in on that. My debt's going to keep going down. My investments and savings are going to go up. I'm going to get an awesome new place of employment. I'm going to help my family move through this time as best they can. I'm going to be there for grandma as best I can. I'm going to cherish every memory I had with her. And I'm really focusing in on new job, sisters and brothers for Liv, my partner. I now see the full value of it. And the thing I feel scared about is that I'm awakening to this new level of awareness of just how valuable it is to get someone in my life so up close and personal who chooses to focus on me and on a daily basis. And when he and I are in an exchange of love and emotions and living a life together, how meaningful is that going to be? That's what I'm allowing myself to sink into my body to feel, that awe, inspiration, maybe aspiration of he's choosing me and I'm choosing him and we're doing this together and we are letting go of outside areas of our life. I used to feel so scared about focusing in on one person because then that meant if they died, then what? I'd have to go through all that grief and be alone and not have a lot of friends. But you know what? I'm accepting right now that there is an expiration date on this life, and I do want to spend it more focused on one person. So I'm going to be okay when grief happens because that more meaningful day-to-day connection is going to make my life more meaningful, whole, and complete. So I'm just going to become okay that I'm becoming okay with feeling the acknowledgement of how beautiful and valuable that is, and that I'm okay with everything else that I have to let go of to allow that in. So Antoinette, what they're saying is, from our perspective, you're just getting overwhelmed by the power of choice, and that you're choosing to let go of freedom, frolic, whimsical. You really liked that year or two you had with, let's go to this board game, let's go on this vacation. It's knowing that the fun and the enjoyment's going to come in a different way. And they're saying makes sense. I want to have loved to my fullest. Is that Brandon? Hey Brandon, what's up? Happy high vibe morning. We're winding up the show right now, Brandon. How are you doing, Brandon? I was gonna ask if you moved, but it doesn't feel like you moved. Okay, Antoinette. All right, I think you got it now, Antoinette. Just go do. You see how you're soft in your body now? Just go do something. Just go do something that lets you blow off a little bit of energy, a little bit of steam, a walk, a weightlifting session, and short 20, 30 minutes, get a little endorphin release. Um, shower, eat a good meal, and then just bilateral beats, journal out. I feel this, I feel that. And then at some point you'll hit a tipping point where you can go, and what I would like to feel instead is as soothed and calmed as I can move through this. I'd like to be there for my grandma as best I can and spend as much time with her as I can, while at the same time allow my vibrations to open up to allow in the new place of employment. Because I do want that softer feeling in my body, and I do want that man in my life. And universe, I'm also manifesting feeling okay with letting some areas of my other life fall to the wayside. I get that I had so much fun with whimsical and frolics, and I now get to be the one that provides that stable base for the younger generation to feel that. So I'm going to find the enjoyment of that. It's a new thing I get to discover. I am going to enjoy it, and I am going to have my own sense of fun while doing it, and I'm going to enjoy it with someone else. I still get to enjoy the we, so I'm intending to sink into that more and more. Okay, you got it, Antoinette. Brandon, it was nice to see your name pop up. But guys, great show today. I will see you all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Bye, guys.